serum alkaline phosphatase. Alkaline phosphatase is a liver enzyme. And what is the role of phosphatase enzyme? Phosphatase, from the name phosphatase, what is it? Its enzymatic activity? Remove phosphate group. So, this group is removed by phosphatase enzyme. Okay. Removal of phosphate group by phosphatase enzyme. So, how many types of phosphatase enzymes are there? And this is hydrolase. This comes under the group of hydrolase enzyme. Okay, in presence of water, like in presence of water, phosphate group is removed. Hydrolase enzyme. What is the characteristic of hydrolase enzyme? In presence of water, breakdown of a molecule. So, whenever there is phosphate group attached with any molecule by monoester phosphate. Monoester means a group with a monoester and phosphate. This monoester phosphate group is broken down by phosphatase enzyme. Am I clear? Hydrolase, why it is a type of hydrolase enzyme? Because water is required for the breakdown of phosphate group. Okay, clear? Now, this phosphatase enzyme is of two types. One is alkaline phosphatase, which is most common. Another is acidic phosphatase or acid phosphatase. Okay, and this division is based on the required pH or optimum pH of this phosphatase. Alkaline phosphatase works best in pH 10, whereas acid phosphatase acts in acidic pH. Clear? And today we will learn the estimation of alkaline phosphatase. So, what are the sources of alkaline phosphatase? Or what is the common site from alkaline phosphatase is released? Mainly biliary tract. Biliary tract of our liver and gallbladder system. Okay. So, biliary tract can be intrahepatic or extrahepatic. Intrahepatic canaliculi are also biliary tract, from where the bile is secreted, synthesized and secreted, and gallbladder and bile duct as a whole is the storage of bile. So, the whole biliary tract is the major source of the lining of the lining epithelium of biliary tract is the major source of alkaline phosphatase. Another source, that is bone, the osteoblasts. Wherever there is more osteoblastic activity, there will be more alkaline phosphatase concentration. Okay. So, number one source, that is biliary tract. Number two, bones. Number three, it is intestine. Number four, placenta. Okay. And leukocytes or white blood cells. So, these five are the commonest sources of alkaline phosphatase: biliary tract, bones, intestinal epithelium, placenta and leukocytes or white blood cells. Clear? So, any increase in alkaline phosphatase concentration, we have to think about primarily of these causes. Okay. Anything related to biliary tract or bones or intestine or placenta or leukocyte related disorders or physiological any condition. Clear? Am I clear up to this? So, till now we know what is alkaline phosphatase, what is the role of phosphatase enzyme, under which group it comes, and what is its property, like it acts better in the pH of 10 or alkaline pH, and it is found in these places. Sources are such and such. Okay. Now coming to the estimation method. So that this will come under the introduction. Okay. Number one point of introduction is alkaline phosphatase is a phosphatase enzyme that helps in removal of phosphate group in presence of water. It can be of two types. Alkaline phosphatase works better in alkaline pH. That is why its name is alkaline phosphatase. Next, the sources of alkaline phosphatase are these: biliary tract, bones, intestinal mucosal lining, and placenta and leukocytes. Okay. Now coming to the estimation method. So this is the kinetic method of estimation. It is written over here: estimation of serum alka phos by kinetic method. Okay, kinetic method. Why kinetic method? Alkaline phosphatase is an enzyme. Right? I told you any endpoint method is used for measurement of a particular analyte that takes a time to convert into another colored complex. When it is only a chemical reaction, it is endpoint. In glucose was converting into glucuronic acid and releasing nascent oxygen. Right? That nascent oxygen was reacting with amitriptyline, aminotryptyline. Right? And then it was forming the colored complex. So the concentration of glucose is equal to the concentration of colored complex. This was a endpoint method. In kinetic method, what happens? The presence of enzyme, we will measure the presence of enzyme or concentration of the enzyme. It is a running process. Suppose there is 100 molecules of enzyme in that serum. Okay. So 100 molecule of enzyme will react with 100 molecules of substrates at a time, and after a certain time it will be converted into products, 100 products, and the enzymes will be released and get free. They will attack another 100 substance. So it is an ongoing process. Right? So if we wait for the whole of the substrate to be converted into product, we will get the concentration of substrate only, not the enzyme. Because enzyme can bind with a specific substrate, and after production of the product, it will get free. Right? The same enzyme will act over and over again and again. So our concentration, if we measure by endpoint, it will be faulty. So here what we measure in kinetic method, we measure the rate of change of substrate to product in unit time. That will give us an idea of the concentration of enzyme. The more the enzyme, the more the faster the product will be formed. Suppose if there is 100 substrates, there are 100 substrates and 20 enzyme only. So in a unit time, only 20 products will be formed because 20 enzymes are there. So only 20 substrates will be able to be converted into 20 products. If we measure the products, so in unit time only 20 can be converted into products. If there is 50 enzyme, so only 50 will be converted into products. Bujha geche? That's why we measure the rate in unit time, rate of product formation in unit time. So in kinetic, we don't measure a single point measurement. We take measurement in an interval. Okay? So here in ALP measurement, we take two different methods, different measurement at the interval of 60 seconds. Okay? So total we will measure for 120 seconds. In the machine will do it. Okay? So we will measure it at two intervals, one at 60 seconds, one at 120 seconds. So we will get two rates, the change of substrate to product in first 1 minute and then in second minute, and then we can estimate the average change, and from that value we can estimate the concentration of the enzyme present. Clear? Look at this, like if there is more enzyme, the reaction will be faster. If less, it will be slower. How will we measure? At different interval. ঠিক আছে? At different interval, and then we have to take an average. Okay, like delta absorbance by time. So this is the kinetic method. Name of the method is kinetic method. Write down the principle. For nitrophenyl phosphate, is catalyzed by ALP. For nitrophenyl phosphate, in presence of water and in alkaline presence of ALP and magnesium, it is converted into phenol and releases the phosphate group. This is 4-nitrophenol. Okay, and it is yellow in color. So 4-nitrophenyl phosphate in presence of magnesium ion in alkaline medium is catalyzed by ALP to produce 4-nitrophenol and releases the phosphate group. 4-nitrophenol is yellow in color. We can measure the rate of change in color in terms of optical density per unit time. We can measure the rate of change of yellow color. We can measure the rate of change of yellow color produced in terms of optical density per unit time. This will be equivalent to the concentration of enzyme alkaline phosphatase. This will be equivalent to the enzyme alkaline phosphatase. Okay. The metal ion buffer means magnesium ion. Metal ion buffer is used to chelate other potentially inhibitor ions. The metal ion buffer is used for chelation or used to chelate potentially inhibitory ions. The reaction is monitored. By the rate of increase. The reaction is monitored by the rate of increase in absorbance. the reaction is monitored by the rate of increase in absorbance at 405 nanometer, which is proportional to the activity of ALP in serum. The rate of increase in absorbance at 405 nanometer, which is proportional to the activity of ALP in the serum. So here from 4-nitrophenyl phosphate, 4-nitrophenol is formed and ALP is helping to convert this to this. So here will be increase in the yellow color over time. So in the last line it is only said the increase of the absorbance. Absorbance means the increased intensity of color is proportionate to the concentration or activity of ALP. Is it clear? Principle of ALP estimation is clear. Now come to the reagent composition. Reagent contains, in the buffer there is 2-amino, 2-methyl, 1-propanol, 2-amino, 2-methyl, 1-propanol, Mg plus 2, Zn plus 2, Zn plus 2 to stabilize the alkaline phosphatase enzyme itself, and 4-nitrophenyl phosphate. It is ready to use reagent. 2-amino, 2-methyl, 1-propanol, methyl, AMP, 2-amino, 2-methyl, 1-propanol, magnesium ion, zinc ion and 4-nitrophenyl phosphate. Okay, now the sample required. Next point is required sample. For estimation of ALP, we require serum, blood serum. So we will collect the blood in clot vial or red cap vial. Okay, red cap vial or red cap vacutainer or clot vial. Blood should be collected in red cap vial, as this is estimated from serum sample. Okay. Next, the apparatus required. Apparatus required, you know already, test tubes, pipettes, microtips and a semi-auto analyzer machine. Semi-auto analyzer machine with test tubes, pipettes, microtips and semi-auto analyzer. Okay. Wavelength or filter used, 405 nanometer wavelength. Filter used in this estimation method is 405. Write a separate point of filter used, 405 nanometer filter. Here write another point, the lag time, just below the filter, lag time. Lag time is the first duration of before taking the measurement. It is 60 seconds. Lag time is 60 seconds. Kinetic interval. Kinetic interval is also 60 seconds. What is the normal range of alkaline phosphatase? It ranges from 45 or 40 to 45 to 120. Okay, so write it down, and I will later on I will say that there are various different ranges for different age groups. Okay, but for basic range it is 45 to 120 IU per L. For enzymes, we measure enzymes in international unit per liter, not in milligram per DL. Okay. Now the procedure. We have to mix reagent, 1000 microliter of reagent with 20 microliter of sample. 1000 microliter of reagent. Okay. As we are doing this in a semi-auto analyzer kinetic method, no blank and standard is required. ঠিক আছে? Now the calculation. ALP concentration in IU per L for this kit, particular the factor, it is provided by the kit or the manufacturer. Okay, here it is 2764. For this particular kit manual, it is 2764, the value of factor. Factor value ta ki? It is nothing but concentration of standard by ODS. Okay. So it is provided by the manufacturer. As this is a kinetic method. This is 2764 in this case, and you don't require to calculate this in particular. You just have to know, because in semi-auto analyzer we will get directly the concentration. Okay, our semi-auto analyzer machine will show the concentration itself, but you have to know how to calculate any concentration of enzyme, any enzyme. ঠিক আছে? Now write down the expected value ranges or ranges of ALP in different age groups. Ranges of ALP in different age groups. For children up to 15 years. For children up to 15 years, it should be around 50 to 360 or 369. 50 to 369 IU per liter. Okay, for children below 15 years or children up to 15 years. 15 year up to the age of 15 year ALP remains higher. Why? Because of the growing bones. Osteoblastic activity of growing bones are on higher side. That is why the ALP concentration will be high in children up to 15 years. Clear? From the age of 20 to 60 years, 20 to 60 year age group, the concentration of ALP will be the normal range, what I told, 45 to 100 or 110 or 120 according to the kit manual, particular kit literature. Okay. 369, 50 to 369. Okay. For elderly patients above 60, it varies from 50 to 140. 50 to 140. The value varies from 50 to 140. All in IU per L. Okay. Now come to clinical correlation. So from the result obtained, we can say whether it is high or normal or low. Right? Clinical interpretation can be three types: normal, high or low. Low alka phos is very rare and this is very common. Why alka phos? High alka phos is very common because the sources are distributed in various places, various tissues. Right? That's why. Tell me one most common scenario where alka phos level is increased. Obstructive jaundice. So because of the biliary tract obstruction, the mucus lining of biliary tract will be destroyed and will release alka phos. So in case of high alka phos, alkaline phosphatase, number one cause will be obstructive jaundice or obstruction of bile canaliculi will lead to high alkaline phosphatase. Write it down. So we are discussing according to the origin. Okay, we can describe it into, we can divide it into two parts, another type of classification. One is pathological, one is physiological. So if you want, you can write physiological increase of alkaline phosphatase. Causes of increased alkaline phosphatase can be divided into two categories. এটা মুছে দিচ্ছি এদিকটা। High alkaline phosphatase can be of two types. One is physiological, another is pathological. So in case of physiological causes, physiological increase, we have seen in the children. So this is children up to 15 years. Okay. Number two, as alkaline phosphatase comes from placenta also in pregnancy, to be specific, third trimester, we can see increased ALP. Okay. So these two are physiological causes of high ALP. Children and growing children and pregnant women. In pathological cause, number one will be obstructive jaundice or obstructive jaundice or obstruction of bile duct. ঠিক আছে? Number two, any bone disease like rickets or osteomalacia or Paget's disease. Number three, metastasis of any cancer to bones or bony mates. Okay, and another thing that is related to leukocytes, it is lymphoma, that is Hodgkin's lymphoma. Okay, so if you remember the sources, it will be very easy to remember the causes of high ALP. Two of physiological causes are growing children, this is growing children, and pregnant woman. Bony mates, metastasis of any cancer to bones or bony mates. Okay. In case of pathological causes, first of all it will be obstructive jaundice or obstruction of bile duct or bile canaliculi. Second will be any bone disease, any osteolytic bone disease, where it could be rickets in children, osteomalacia in adults, and Paget's disease. Okay. Third is any spread of cancer to the bones. Any spread of cancer, like spread of any cancer to the bones, will lead to high osteoblastic activity. Bone will grow there, bony mates will lead to bone growth, and that will lead to high alka phos. And lastly, lymphoma, that is Hodgkin's lymphoma, related to the source of WBC or leukocytes. Clear? Bujha gache? And in this case, low alka phos, low alkaline phosphatase, though it is rare, but it can be seen. তাই তো কোথায় দেখা যায়? In case of malnutrition. In case of malnutrition and hypophosphatemia. These two are the causes where low alka phos can be seen. So done? হ্যাঁ, কারণ বোন লাইসিস বেড়ে যাচ্ছে, বোন রিজর্পশন, অস্টিওম্যালেশিয়া হচ্ছে। In elderly patient, vitamin D deficiency causes osteomalacia that leads to high alka phos. Okay, clear? In case of children, it is because of osteoblastic activity. In case of elderly patient, it is because of osteoclastic activity. So clear though? At a quick recap, what is alkaline phosphatase? It is a type of phosphatase enzyme which comes under the group of hydrolase enzyme. The main function of phosphatase enzyme is to remove the phosphate group in presence of water, and it can be of two types, alkaline phosphatase and acid phosphatase. If you want to remember one example of acid phosphatase, it is in prostate. Okay, prostatic acid phosphatase is a marker for prostate diseases like PSA, like prostate specific enzyme is a marker for prostate cancers or prostate diseases. Similarly, prostatic acidic phosphatase is another example of marker for prostate diseases. And the rest is alkaline phosphatase, which acts better, or its optimum pH is 10. These are the sources of alkaline phosphatase. Now coming to the measurement or estimation of serum alkaline phosphatase by kinetic method in a semi-auto analyzer. The principle used is kinetic method, where we run a reaction where 4-nitrophenyl phosphate reacts with water, or in presence of water it is converted into 4-nitrophenol in presence of alkaphos, catalyzed by alkaphos in presence of magnesium ion and zinc ion, and it produces yellow colored complex. So we measure the rate of change of the yellow color, and it is generally in higher concentration. It is in increasing concentration, and the increase of rate of change of that substance or absorbance of the product is proportionate to the activity of ALP. Clear? Next is the serum or the sample used. Sample used, we use serum sample, blood serum. It is collected in a red vacuum container, red vial. Next comes the filter. Filter used is 405 nanometer filter, and the apparatus required are test tubes, pipettes and tips and semi-auto analyzer. Next comes the reagents. Reagent contains the buffer of AMP, magnesium, zinc and 4-nitrophenyl phosphate. Okay. Now comes the few features of lag time, kinetic time and interval. Lag time is of 60 seconds, kinetic interval is of 60 seconds, and measurement we will take 2 measurements. Okay. Now come to the assay procedure. We will take 1000 microliter of reagent and we will take 20 microliter of sample. We have to mix it and aspirate. Right the word mix it and aspirate. Below the procedure, where we are mixing 1000 microliter of reagent and 20 microliter of sample, write just one line, that is mix well and aspirate. Okay. Then comes the calculation. The concentration of ALP in IU per L will be delta absorbance per time into factor. The provided factor here is 2764. But you don't need to calculate by yourself, machine will provide the concentration itself. Okay. Now comes the result interpretation. So before result interpretation, we should know the reference ranges, normal range. So normal range varies for different age groups. Below 15 years, it is 50 to 369. Okay, IU per L. For 20 to 60 age group, it is 45 to 120, around 120. And for elderly persons aged more than 60, it is 50 to 140 IU per L. Now, what are the clinical correlation? It can be, the value can be normal, can be higher or can be lower. The causes of high ALP can be divided into 2 groups, physiological high or pathological high. Physiological high is because of growing age and pregnancy, and pathological can be obstruction of bile duct in case of obstructive jaundice. In case of hepatitis or any infection of liver, ALP is raised 2 to 3 times, but in case of obstructive jaundice, it is raised 8 to 10 times. Okay. So another cause you can write here is hepatitis. Hepatitis where 2 to 3 times rise, here 8 to 10 times. Any liver disease, okay? Because the intrahepatic bile ducts will be irritated in hepatitis. In case of extrahepatic obstruction, this will lead to obstructive jaundice. But in case of hepatitis, the intrahepatic canaliculus, intrahepatic bile ducts will be affected. Thus, the concentration will rise only 2 to 3 times. Clear? Next, in case of any bone disease or in bone disease, rickets and osteomalacia, this could be associated with vitamin D deficiency. Okay. In case of vitamin D deficiency, rickets is very common in children, and in case of adults it will be osteomalacia. So bone disease related to vitamin D deficiency can cause ALP. Next is Paget's disease and metabolic metastasis of cancer cells to bones. Okay. And lastly, Hodgkin's lymphoma. and two causes where two clinical conditions where ALP is decreased. One is malnutrition, another is hypophosphatemia. Why hypophosphatemia? Because hypophosphatemia is related to bone formation.